wasps. Whoa, whoa. Frogs.
Frogs. Hi everyone, welcome to Awesome Announcements. I'm Miss Gianna.
And I'm Mr. Matt.
Thank you so much for joining us today. So let's jump into our awesome announcements.
Now, did you guys know the Loaves and Fishes store will be running next week? It's here, it's almost here. So make sure you have your Loaves and Fishes dollars with you so that you can buy some special things for our friends, like skateboards.
There's no skateboards. Remember, our Loaves and Fishes dollars, we're buying all sorts of fun stuff at the store, but it isn't...
Bikes?
No, it isn't stuff for ourselves, and it's stuff for others in our city, our country, and around the world.
Oh, but people love skateboards. Like, why can't I buy someone a skateboard?
Well, our Loaves and Fishes dollars are for giving people what they need. Like in Calgary, Did you know there are some people who don't have a house or a home?
That's right. That's actually not good. So what happens to them when it gets cold outside or it's raining really hard?
Well, they have to go to places like the Mustard Seed for help. And our Loaves and Fishes dollars can be used to help too. So, like, did you know, with our Loaves and Fishes dollars, you can buy hats and mittens for someone who doesn't have any, and that helps with things like the cold.
That is so cool. And I think that's way better than a skateboard.
Yeah. And we can earn Loaves and Fishes dollars when we memorize our verse, bring a friend to church, or read our Bible 3 times a week. So let's all do our best to earn some together.
And let's also keep going with our challenge cards and our offering project. Don't forget to bring your cards back on the first weekend of October. And if you have offering, you can actually hand that in right now.
And that's all we have for you guys today, so we will see you next time.
See you then.
Hi everyone, my name is Regan. Welcome!
And I'm Josh. We're so glad you've joined us. We're continuing our new series called Going God's Way, where we're learning what it means to follow God.
With all this talk about driving, I was thinking we should get the kids to drive. I've got my keys right here. I got them somewhere. Oh yeah, right here, I got them.
No, Regan, the kids can't drive your car. You need to have a license to drive a car. And you have to be old enough to even get a license. It would not be a good idea to let them drive your car.
Well, I don't know about that. It's really not all that hard. I mean, I picked up this book. It's a driver's manual. And if they read it, everything in here, then surely they will know how to drive.
No, that's actually not the way it works.
Well, sure it is. When I was a teenager, I had to learn everything in this book, and then I could drive.
I think you're forgetting some really important steps. You had to learn everything in that book. Then you had to take a test to make sure you knew everything. And then they gave you a license that said you could practice with someone who already knew how to drive. So they could show you how to drive after you practiced for a long time, like 2 years. Then you could take another test, and then they let you drive a car. Doing it any other way would not be wise.
So you're telling me that it's not enough to just know everything?
There's so much more to driving than a bunch of head knowledge. You can know a lot of things, but not be wise. Our story today is about someone who is very wise because God made him wise.
I've heard of him. Are you talking about King Solomon?
That's right. Solomon was David's son, and after David died, he became king. God gave him a very interesting choice. Let's check out our story to hear what happened.
Sounds great.
King David's reign had come to an end, and Israel was ready for a new king. God told the priest Zadok and the prophet Nathan to go to David's son Solomon and anoint him king over all Israel. Solomon was very happy to be king. After he was crowned, he went to worship the Lord. He offered hundreds of sacrifices to show God how much he loved him. That night, as the exhausted King Solomon fell into a deep sleep, he had a dream. God gave him a message in the dream. "Solomon, whatever you want, I'll give it to you," God said. God wanted to bless King Solomon because God knew that the people of Israel needed a good king that loved the Lord. Solomon thought about the dream and knew exactly what to ask God. He did not need any more money or possessions. Instead, as the leader of a great people, he needed wisdom. God answered his prayer, and Solomon became the wisest man in the world. In addition to making him wise, God also made him very rich and honorable. Solomon's first great job was to build the new temple. This temple was one of the most beautiful and expensive buildings in the world. Solomon ordered precious wood, valuable stone, much gold, silver, and fine cloth. The new temple would be a marvel of beauty because it was the house of God. 7 years later, when the temple was finally finished, everyone in Israel came to the celebration. They offered thousands of sacrifices, prayed long prayers, and sang many songs. God was very happy and filled the temple with the light of his glory. The people praised God with all their hearts. But something sad happened to Solomon. Solomon was so rich and could have anything his heart desired. What he desired more than anything else was wives. So Solomon got them, hundreds of them. He had 1,000 women that he treated as his wives. Solomon disobeyed God, as God said that a king should only have one wife. These new wives came from all over the world. They did not know the one true God and worshipped false idols. They turned Solomon's heart away from God, and soon Solomon started praying to these false gods as well. Disobedience became prevalent, and soon God's blessing on Solomon would be revoked. God punished Solomon and told him that his kingdom would be split in two. After Solomon's reign, his son would be rejected by the people of Israel. As wise as Solomon was, his wisdom, riches, and women brought him destruction, and God rejected him as king.
That's so interesting that Solomon had all this wisdom, but then he didn't use it to make wise choices.
I know, how disappointing. I think sometimes we act in the same way.
What do you mean?
Well, have you ever known what you're supposed to do, and then you didn't do it?
Well, maybe, yes, I have.
Well, what if we used all that knowledge to help make us wise? I have an idea. Let's pretend that we are the sponge, and this water is knowledge. It's all the things that we hear at church from our parents or when we read our Bibles, and since we are a sponge, we're soaking it all up, right? So what happens to the sponge?
It gets wet?
Correct, it gets full. In this case, we'll say that it's filled up with knowledge. The sponge knows a lot of things, but then we're faced with a challenge in life. We have a lot of knowledge in us, but that's not good enough. Now we're feeling the pressure of life. Wisdom is when we act on that knowledge and we choose to act in the right way. The knowledge that we had comes out just like that. And it's a choice. That choice is wisdom. Do we make good choices based on that knowledge we have, or bad choices?
I see. So the first step is filling up with the right kind of knowledge so we make good choices.
That's right. Solomon started out that way. He was filled up with knowledge and wisdom from God. But then all of his wives led him away from God. And pretty soon, he wasn't making wise choices anymore. It was like he took a giant detour. He was filled up with the wrong stuff. If we keep filling up on God by reading our Bibles, praying, and listening to godly leaders, then when we face difficult choices in our life, God's wisdom will spill out of us. He will keep us on the right path. God wants us to make wise choices, and He will help us.
Hey, that's what our Bible verse has been about this whole month. Let's go over it together. Ready?
I will guide you and teach you the way you should go. I will give you good advice and watch over you. Psalm 32:8.
Let's say it one more time.
I will guide you and teach you in the way you should go. I will give you good advice and watch over you. Psalm 32:8. God's way really is the best way, which is why it's important to follow God. He is wise. That's our bottom line for today. Follow God. He is wise. Let's say it together. Ready? Follow God. He is wise. No matter what you face, you can always turn to God. He speaks to you through His Word, the Bible. Well, we'll see you next time, friends.
Bye.